Hi guys, David Sarver here, talking to you about Justice Chapter 2, the greatest happiness, principle of utilitarianism. The chapter was very interesting. It had a lot of different, stories and examples that were given to us of the way politicians agree on things, via utilitarianism principles and how they apply that type of ethic. So that was nice and informal to read. Some of it I agreed with, some of it I didn't. And today's example, we're supposed to imagine that the UT Tyler's president found a provision in the concealed carry law for students that states that if 90% of the faculty vote against it, we're no longer allowed to do it. So to get a clear conscience on this, I can't put my opinion, which I'll state at the end of this, obviously, because I just can't help it. Anyways, so let's think about who's affected by that. If, one, the student body is completely silenced, we don't get a vote, we don't get a say-so. So to me, that means 90% of the people on campus are already silenced. But for the 10% of the faculty that's there, or 10% of the population that's faculty that's there, if 90% of those people vote, then this provision goes into effect and we are no longer allowed to conceal carry. Short term, that's going to make those teachers that are paranoid about students carrying weapons to school, it's going to make them very happy. Long term, if tragedy were to strike on campus, long term, those 90% of people that voted against carrying on campus, they're going to have a lot of answers to come up with as to why they came to that conclusion and where they thought that was the safest thing to do. I think that at the end of the day, the only thing that stops a bad guy with a gun is a good guy with a gun. And I don't think that telling somebody that it's illegal, you can't bring that here, that doesn't stop them from doing it. If you have ill intent, you have ill intent. The laws don't matter. Laws are something that law-abiding people follow. People who don't care about breaking the law, which obviously if your intent is to murder a lot of people, you don't care about laws. So personally, I think that if there was a provision like that, it absolutely affects everybody negatively. In the long run, it would. And in the short run, it would very quickly make some people happy, and considering what's going on in today's political climate, it'll absolutely make some individuals happy as well. The only part about it that I really don't like is that the student body isn't considered. In order for this provision, in my mind, to actually work, it would need to be 90% of the population that goes to UT Tyler, students, faculty alike. In conclusion, I think that we should just leave the Texas state law alone, and the people that have gone through the hassle of getting their concealed weapons and have been trained with their firearm and are carrying concealed should just be left alone. I think that anybody who does have that license knows that if you're going to pull out your weapon, you're only pulling it out if you intend on shooting somebody. You don't ever do it to scare somebody. Anyways, I hope that this was helpful, and I hope that you can see where I'm coming from as far as a utilitarian approach for it. I do look forward to Chapter 3 and talking to you guys next week. Take it easy.